As you may be aware, I had to move my permanent paint booth, so while it was being reconstructed at its new home, I decided to try one of the inflatable booths as a temporary measure. This is the 1 month review of that booth, a Vevor 13x10x9 inflatable paint booth, which cost $257 off eBay. Initially, I was going to use the booth outdoors, but given the high heat conditions where the new shop is situated, I decided to try and operate it in the shop itself. The booth comes with a single blower and storage bags, neatly packed into a single box. Once I found a suitable location in the shop, it only took 20 minutes to lay it out into position. And with the blower connected, you simply close off the two lower air vents and switch the blower on to inflate the booth. As the booth is surrounded by workshop equipment, I do need to hold it in place as it inflates to avoid any damage. Let's hit pause for a minute and notice the large toad that was ejected out of the booth as it began to inflate. More on Mr. Toad later. Note that the booth is extremely light and easy to maneuver in place, while still being surprisingly stable. There is a large window and door in the front and two large windows in the side. Air feeds in from the back and exits via two large filters on each side, creating a positive pressure in the booth. First thing to note is that there is insufficient ambient light to see correct paint coverage. So I hang two LED strip lights on either side of the booth that can be easily removed. For my first paint trial, I choose the MCSR Ducati 748 fairings, rather than a client's bike, just in case I have to adapt my normal setup to the booth. With air connected through my new dryer system and compressor, I set up the Ducati mid and lower fairings on a stand and hang the seat cowl from loops provided in the roof of the booth. Note, the booth can easily take the weight of the cowl and there is more than enough space for all three fairings. Here I'm applying the first coat of clear, and although the volume of airflow through the booth is not what I would like, it still does a reasonable job at keeping the overspray down. Overall, I'm reasonably happy with the finish, and the booth seems to have done a very good job of keeping the level of contaminants down to a minimum. So after a month of use, what are the pros and cons? Well, the pros: it's quick to set up, very stable, decent quality, has okay visibility, and most important, it's easy to clean. As for the cons, there's really only two major issues. The first is it would definitely benefit from more airflow through the booth to help keep the overspray down and give longer paint time. But the biggest issue overall is that of deflation anxiety. The fear that at any moment you could experience a power cut and the booth would deflate onto your beautiful paintwork, which has days of prep time in it. But overall, I'm amazed how well the booth works. Its robustness and quality. Does it hold up against my permanent booth? Absolutely not. But for $257, it's a great option for beginners and semi-pro painters alike. As for Mr. Toad, well, no matter where I relocate him on the property, he finds his way back to the cool feel of the paint booth fabric every night without fail. To the point where I now ignore him and he ignores me. As always, thank you for watching these videos and supporting the channel. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And bye for now.